So in the next 8 to 9 session, we are going to learn about different type of options inside the file reader, and we'll cover most basic to most advanced and complex topics. So today we are going to discuss about in the schedule type, the interval option and how we can perform different cycles in it. So I'll go to my local Mirth engine. I already created a channel known as file picker. I'll double click on it. In the source, I can do one thing. I'll just go to channel reader and save yes. Yeah, I'll start from scratch because when we create a channel, it will be like this. I'll go ahead and create file reader. So over here, the first thing we need to do every time when we are creating a file reader, we need to give the directory. So I give one of my directory over here. I'll copy the path and paste it over here and click on test read. It is successful connection. So before performing any action, this is one of the most important thing. The connection should be successful or else you cannot perform any action. And mostly the connection will not be successful because you might not have admin rights to your laptop and you might not have access to the particular path. So always try to see create any folder on the desktop and try to see that would work much better. Okay, over here I kept it as star. Yeah, you can ignore it. So this is the file which I want to test it today. So don't think about what are the details inside the file, just ignore it. We are only testing some of the other things. So yeah, the connector type is file reader, the schedule type is interval. So we'll discuss about poll one start in the next session. First, we'll try to know what is interval. So when I say 5 seconds, for every 5 seconds, what this particular file reader do comes to this directory and picks this particular file, rooms.csv, for each and every 5 seconds. So what we'll do, we'll try to save it and we'll try to deploy the channel. So over here, you can see it has been already previously picked up 33 times. When I refresh it, it should pick up. So you can see for every 5 seconds it start picking up. So I'll keep on refreshing it. That will work. It became 36. Now again I'll refresh it. It became 37. Means each and every 5 seconds it's picking up the file. It doesn't matter in the session whether what type of details are in the file. So what we'll do, we'll go to channels, we'll go to file picker and see what are the other options over here. We can change it from 5 seconds to 5 minutes or 5 hours. That's not a problem. For example, I'll click on something like 5 minutes and I'll save it and I'll deploy the channel. So till next 5 minutes that will not work. So you can see over here, we'll wait to now it's around 6:49 p.m. We'll wait for a minute and see till the time I will pause this. You can see the time is now 6:50. Okay, 6:50 p.m. Still the file has not been picked up yet. So by this what we'll understand, you can see the file has been picked up once and you will be thinking the 5 minutes is not yet over, right? So you can go ahead and monitor the time. At 6:18 the last file was picked up. 6:49 the last file was picked up. Again the 6:50 another file is picked up. You might be thinking the change is around 5 minutes, right? Why there is only 1 minute of time gap? So there will be a lot of doubts like this. I'll solve this today. You can go to the source. You can see now the next file pickup time is around 6:55 p.m. means exactly 5 minutes from now, right now. So the last time with the file is picked up was 6:50. Now it says it's going to pick up 6:55. It is going to work fine without any issues. So remember, whenever you are going to change any particular time, it will not calculate the time over here. It will calculate depending upon the time the previous file or this particular time has picked up. For example, I'll change the time to hours. So currently it's 6:51, right? So it should pick up at 7:51. But you see what will happen. It says it's going to pick up at 8 p.m. So this time will not work exactly as per your understanding or right now when are you going to deploy things. If I save the changes and deploy it, so it will not at all take the current time in your system. It will take some other time. So you need to be always cautious when you are choosing the time. So currently after every 5 hours it will trigger. For 8 p.m. it will trigger, and after that 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 around midnight 1 a.m. again it will trigger. So this is how when you are changing the time interval you need to be very serious. So the time interval is a very simple concept. For example, if it is 8 p.m. now, again I'll change it to 1. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, see, it says around 7 p.m. it's going to pick up. But the time now is 6:52. It should pick up at 6:53, right? It's not going to pick up. So there is always some delay which you need to calculate. While you are doing some change in the production and the client says it should pick up at every like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. When you are doing some simple changes over here, automatically things will change over here. So you should always remember while changing this time. So I'll go ahead and change this back to 5. So people might be thinking this is very easy. I'll keep it as 5 seconds, 10 seconds. But when the file is picking up in the production, this next poll time is very, very important. So if that alters and your client is expecting to pick up some time at 6 p.m. sharp, 7 p.m. sharp, that will not work. So you should be very cautious enough. Now we'll go to our next item inside the interval. You have an option to pick up the files and particular active days. So over here, you are going to pick up the file on each and every particular day. Your client says, no, I don't want that much space to be consumed. I only work from Monday to Friday, and the file should be picked up from Monday to Friday from this particular destination. So you can choose only Monday to Friday. For example, today is Friday, right? Over here, you can check. So what I'll do, I'll uncheck the Friday and click OK. As it is 5 seconds right, we'll see whether it will pick up or not. Generally, it shouldn't pick up because we unchecked it. So we'll see. We'll refresh things. You can see the 45 is the count of the file pickup. We'll keep on refreshing for next few seconds. The file will never be picked up because we unchecked on the Friday. So it's working perfectly. So depending upon your client requirements, you can easily change it as per the situation. So what we'll do, we'll check Friday. We'll click OK. We'll save this thing and we'll deploy it. Now it works perfectly. It is 46, means it is working. Now when I keep on refreshing, for each and every 5 seconds it will pick up one file. So this particular thing is working. Now if your client says no, I don't want to run this all day because I only work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I want this file to be picked up at this particular time. So when you check on 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., the file will be running only at this particular time. So it is very, very important when you're selecting time interval at what time you will run this. If you're only selecting 5 seconds, you're a good developer. If you are selecting all these details, you're a very, very, very good developer. So that's a compliment from me. So you can see the current time is 6:55 p.m. If we select at 5 p.m., it will not work. So what I'll do, I'll check Friday and I'll click OK. And it's 5 seconds. I'll deploy it. It will not get picked. Over here, you can see it's 56 and the count will never increase because the time is over, it's log of time. So to make sure it is working perfectly, we'll come over here. Remember, these are very, very basic things. When we get into complex things, this will be useful. That's the reason I'm explaining the basic concepts over here. So be very, very much focused. So it's 7 p.m. now. It is 7:66, 6:55 p.m. the time. So it should run. So today is Friday, this is checked, and for every 5 seconds we are running. I'll save the changes and I'll deploy it. Now you can see it should increase the count for 57. Now after 5 seconds again it will pick up 58. Perfect, it's working. So we have been working on this particular time interval. In the next session I'll explain what is poll on start and off, and even we'll be discussing on different type of intervals. Thank you.